Appropriations Committee.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Tiger Tuesday.
Appropriations Committee, Senate leadership spoke today. We decided we'll be meeting Thursday from 4 to 5. So keep an eye out. Emails with committee assignments will be sent out later today. If you're on Appropriations Committee, we will be meeting this Thursday because we have 3 grants to review already. So we're jumping right into it. I also have a meeting with the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Research to discuss the Undergraduate Research Fund and being able to market that more towards students. That will be taking place this Monday, so I'll have a report for that at the next GA about what we're planning. Are there any questions? That I yield.
Government Operations Committee.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Okay, so just like Appropriations Chair Miller said, Senate leadership met to talk about committee assignments. And for government operations, we are meeting on Wednesdays at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. We are likely not meeting tomorrow, but if there's no email in people's inbox, we will not be meeting. But if we are meeting, that will be sent to your mailbox today. So, is there any other questions? With that, I yield.
Rules Committee.
All right, good evening, everybody. So as Senate leadership and myself, we sat down, we assigned all the committee times and established all the members. We will be sending that out. So just keep an eye out on which committee you are assigned to. And Rules Committee will be meeting this Friday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
President Ali.
Hi, happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tiger Tuesday.
Happy Black History Month. A couple of announcements coming from eBoard. At the top of this morning, our Chief of Staff Hurley, sent out the involvement fair sign up genius. If you guys have time and you would like to help man the table for SGA as well as freshman council and transfer council, please sign up for the time slots that work best for your availability, and we'll see you tomorrow. The involvement fair, like Advisor Carolyn said, is from 4 to 6 right outside of these ballrooms. I hope to see all of you there. Another announcement, eBoard had a meeting this Monday, actually not last Monday, and we decided that we will be working with select departments to push out our initiatives in the last semester of our administration. I'm trying to remember what else. I think that was all. If we are selecting your department to push out a specific initiative, me and Chief of Staff Hurley, as well as Deputy Chief of Staff Kayat Bullock, sorry, these last names, we'll be sitting down with you guys to plan out an event based off a certain initiative that we see fit for your department. Also, committees are starting within the next week. We have Student Appreciation Committee as well as Banquet Committee. Student Appreciation Week is a week for students on Towson's campus to be appreciated. It's when SGA gives the bulk of their money to hosting events, hosting certain things for students based off students' feedback. So if you guys would like to be a part of those committees and you would like to plan events for the students and you would like to have that added to your SGA resume, please see me, our Deputy Chief of Staff Bullock, after GA today, and then we can coordinate a time. Banquet Committee is for SGA members. It's for all SGA members, whether that be senators, exec cabinet, our representatives. It's our end of the year celebration where we kind of celebrate all the work that we've done as the 105th administration. Last year I was on the planning committee for it. It's really fun. We decide what merch we give out. We decide decorations and things of that nature. If you would like to be a part of that, again, see me, our Deputy Chief of Staff Bullock, after GA. And if there are no questions, with that I yield.
Attorney General Sonia.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Happy Black History Month as well. Not much from me. I do know that it is now officially our first full week. So on Friday at 5 p.m., I am expecting everyone to submit their weekly report. And then last but not least, if you guys don't remember, during retreat on my slide, I put my best form of contact and on there was not my number. So do not reach out to my number with last minute concerns. That does you no good. Either you put in an absence request or an I'm gonna be late request, but texting me does nothing for you. So do not blow up my phone 10-15 minutes before GA with excuses. It does nothing for you. But yeah, any questions? With that, I yield.
Treasurer Allen.
Hi guys, happy Tiger Tuesday. Nothing much to report, honestly. Budget information is gonna get sent out next Monday on the 9th, so all eligible people who either went to the Student Organization Summit or the Makeup Treasures Workshop sessions are going to be receiving that information. I've also created, or at least, I guess I would say updated an Instagram account for all Treasury information. It's TUSJ Trez, so please share that to anybody who's looking for any budget information, just looking to stay more updated. They have that resource, it's available to them. The only thing I think I needed to say was now that the semester has started, please make sure you guys are putting in your IES forms in a timely manner. We already have had one that's been approved and sent out, so those items should be getting ordered soon. But it is February, we only have about a good 3 months left, and that's really being generous. So please, you guys start pushing out the initiatives of the platform. Please start holding events that are relevant to your department and also sending me things so I can approve them. We have a lot of money, guys, and we need to spend it and we need to make sure we're benefiting the student body as best as possible. Questions? Okay, with that, I yield.
Chief of Staff Hurley.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. Like Advisor Carolyn and President Ali said, the involvement fair is happening tomorrow. I sent out the sign-up sheet, so if you are available from 4 to 6 at any point in time, sign up on there. It can count towards office hours, so if you need assistance reaching your office hours for the week, there's an opportunity. Also, I said it last semester, but I'm gonna reiterate it. Make sure that you all are have requested membership for SGA on Involved at TU so that you can be added to the roster, so that Director Matthews can enter your community service hours. So you do need 5 hours again, so make sure that you're getting that done. Yeah, thank you.
Department of Communications.
Hi, guys. Happy Tiger Tuesday
Happy Tiger.
and happy Black History Month. Okay, so, well, first, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that helped participate during the retreat for the Black History Month campaign that we've been pushing out. Me and Director Dalton have worked very hard on that, so thank you so much. If you participated, your video will be posted throughout the weeks. I'm supposed to be meeting with Director Reyes for the Tiger Pride Day, so we're gonna start pushing out a couple of things. I don't want to overwhelm people too much with content on social media. And then I wanted to shout out Government Operations Chair Farrell because because of his suggestion, we transformed the look of the GA graphic and helps senators, I guess, detail or simplify, or actually shout out to Amani too, because she definitely suggested it during retreat as well. So it's my job as the communications head to help you guys expand as well. So if you guys have any suggestions on how we can make SGA more interactive and engaging, I'm all ears. And with that, I yield.
Department of Community Outreach.
Hey everyone, happy Tiger Tuesday. Happy Black History Month. So like Chief of Staff Hurley said, you owe another 5 hours this semester. But make sure you join Involved at TU so that I can put your hours on there. If you didn't see already last semester, your hours from last semester are on there. And make sure you're looking at the community service group chat at all times because I'll send stuff in there too. But also next year I should have something for you guys. So thank you. With that, I go.
Department of Governmental Affairs.
Hello, happy Tiger Tuesday, guys, and happy Black History Month too. So, you guys are gonna be hearing a lot about Tiger Pride Day coming up soon, which is on February 24th. And remember, it is mandatory for all SGA members. It's gonna be on February 24th, an all-day event. I will be sending out the registration link shortly. Along with that, the week of February 16th to the 20th, we're gonna be hosting training for Tiger Pride Day. Training is also mandatory for Tiger Pride Day. For SGA members, it will be during pre-meeting time, so you don't have to worry about that. And we're also going to be having a tabling event on Thursday from 3:30 to 5 and February 10th from 4 to 5 to help recruit people and educate people on what Tiger Pride Day is. There will be a sign up genius coming out soon, so if you're available to help out, please help out. Any questions? I yield my time. Thank you.
Department of Health and Wellness.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. So I have a couple announcements. First, I want to start off by saying the Health Promotions and I will be collaborating next Tuesday, the 10th, to host a sexual health trivia night in the Den at Paws from 7 to 9. Students could come together or you could come like by yourself and just try to win a couple prizes. Very funny. I should come out. And then we also do have a community service volunteering opportunity already, so you could get on it. Next Tuesday, next Thursday, we'll be having the first blood drive of the semester in the ballrooms from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The sign-up genius will be sent out tomorrow morning, so you could just come out, get 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever is available for your schedule. And then I also have another event the following Wednesday, the 18th. Along with Health Promotions as well. We'll be hosting another event called Sex in the Dark. This will be in the Union Ballrooms from 5 to 8 p.m. And this is where students come out and then you can ask like any type of questions to sexperts anonymously. Very fun. You guys should come out, to bring your friends, good food. And yeah, any questions? Yes.
Can you, okay, for that sexual health trivia night,
Get in the mic, get in the mic. Fantastic. Objection.
okay, for the sexual health trivia night, what date is that and what's the time?
It's next Tuesday, the 10th from 7 to 9 p.m. Any other questions?
How do I sign up for the volunteer thing for the 18th?
So the volunteering is for the blood drive. It's not the 18th, that's the 12th, I believe. I'm gonna send out a sign up genius in the group chat or the group chat tomorrow morning. Any other questions? All right, with that, I yield.
Department of Campus Relations.
Hi guys, I just want to say happy Black History Month, one. And two, like Director of Communications said, we are working on making a big campaign. So the next following weeks, there will be a lot of stuff going out. But with that, I want to say my department is doing a SGA Fits Day. So basically the theme is gonna be like streetwear, and I'm gonna post a date when, I don't know the date yet, but I'll post it in the group me of when I would like want you guys to come to office and show you off your like fits, and then I'll post that as a group. And that's really all I have to say for right now. Thank you.
Department of New Student Development.
Hello, no report.
Department of Special Projects.
No report.
Department of Student Services and Affairs. Retract that. Department of Student Organizations.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, guys. So Org Olympics is coming up on April 7th, and I need a planning committee. So if you're interested, you can meet me after this meeting to let me know. And yeah, I use my time.
Student Services and Affairs.
No report.
Department of Sustainability.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, no report.
Fraternity and Sorority Life Representative.
Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Alright, okay. Just a few things, not too much. Starting off with FSL in general. Many of our Greek organizations will be participating in the involvement fair tomorrow, so stop by, say hi, things like that. As far as our Greek ambassador team, we are hosting a series of blood drives this semester, which was mentioned earlier today. So the first one will take place on the 12th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This one in particular is in collaboration with CSD. So we can recognize sickle cell disease and how it's prevalent in the Black community. So a good cause, y'all. And feel free to donate or sign up for volunteering as well. And all the signups should be out on the Instagram tomorrow. As far as the rest of office operations, MGC and MPHC will be hosting membership intake orientation this Thursday in Union at 7 p.m. in the theater. Moving on to councils, Panhellenic will be hosting recruitment coming up, and registration for that closes tomorrow. IFC is hosting Rush Week starting this Monday. As far as MGC, LTA will be hosting their first spring informational and bowling on February 12th at 6 p.m. in LA 3214. Check the Instagram for more information. SIA will be also hosting an informational on February 9th at 7:13 p.m. in LA 2316. Also check their Instagram for more information. Lambda Theta Phi is having a couple events this month. So they will be having a tabling on the 10th, and they will also be having an informational on the 19th. And also check their Instagram for more. As far as MPHC, MPHC will be hosting their week next week from the 9th to the 13th, and it's a series of events. So on Monday, starting off with speed friending at 7 p.m. in Science Complex 2321. Tuesday will be Jeopardy. That's also at 7 p.m. in the same location. Then on Wednesday the 11th, they will be hosting a tabling about heart health in the Black community from 12 to 3 in Union. And then also attending the basketball game on the 12th, which will also take place and be hosted as our Black History Month basketball game. So we will also be performing at halftime for that. As far as individual chapters for MPHC, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated will be hosting their Mr. 1908 Scholarship Pageant interest meeting on the 4th at 8:30 in Science Complex 2123. And Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated will be hosting Meet the Zetas on February 9th. Check the Instagram for more information, and also hosting the 42nd Charter Day celebration on March 1st. Any questions? Great, and with that, I yield. Oh, so sorry.
I didn't raise my hand high enough. You said an Instagram for the blood drive volunteering. Which Instagram?
It'll be on the TU Greek Life page.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Great.
Military Veterans Representative,
Hi, everyone, no report.
Boardfield Council Representative,
Hi, everyone. I don't have much, but a lot of our clubs are joining the involvement fair tomorrow. And if you're interested in joining any club, you can find them on the club directory at TU Sports Clubs if you just search that up. And then there's a trial period from Monday, February 9th to February 13th. So if you are interested in any clubs, you can try out a club with like no added money or dues. Any questions? Thank you.
Student Disability Representative,
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I will have a report for today.
Unity Residence Government Representative,
Happy Tiger Tuesday and happy Black History Month. Speaking of Black History Month, a little fun fact. Did you know that Barnes and Harris are named after the first two Black graduates of Towson University? I only have one thing for you all. My advocacy committee and I will be, we'll be talking about our laundry resolution during our general assembly on February 17th, next door, ballroom A from 7 to 8. What I can say about the current laundry situation is that we are looking at a 2-year wait for any change for our contract to run out. But it's okay, it's okay. You know, we have a lot of freshmen in here. You guys can see that change. I plan to stick around. But yeah, if anybody have any questions? All right, you.
County Representative?
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. This Friday, February 6th, we're having our Wicked for Good Catholics, so come out, there's gonna be food, snacks, and maybe Wicked themed cookies and desserts, so. On February the 11th, we're gonna have our first GM of the semester, so just come out, there's probably gonna be food too. Then on the 19th, we're gonna have our Tiger Fest artist reveal in the ballrooms from 6 to 9 p.m. So if you're interested in knowing who's gonna perform at Tiger Fest, and come if you want to. And then to wrap up February, we're gonna have our final GM on February 25th, so. I yield.
Transfer Council Representative?
Hello, no report, thank you.
Freshman Council Representative?
Hello, everyone. As you know from President Ali saying, freshman council and transfer council are going to be at the involvement fair tomorrow. So if you guys know any freshmen who are interested in the SGA, please bring them over to our table. And with that, I yield my time.
All right, happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. So per usual, you know my usual routine, please drop your nameplates in the thing in the back at the end and recycle any agendas that you are not using. Feels good to say that again. Other than that, it's been a pretty busy week for Senate leadership and I. We've attended a couple meetings with the heads of a few of the colleges here on campus, and we plan to continue with the rest. You senators should be getting something from me soon about the nature of those meetings. They're very collaborative, and we're trying to establish a formal relationship with those colleges, and there'll be more to come about that. Other than that, Senate leadership and I also met today to discuss the schedules and creating the committees. If you have not sent your schedule, please do that. PDRs have been issued already, but please do send the schedule. We do need those ASAP so we can get to business. What else is it? Oh, member of the week. Member of the week. Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay, so this member, it's a very productive week for them. They've been around the office a lot. They've been the shining star of the office over the last week. Someone that's really made all of us smile, laugh. You've seen them on the Instagram. So without further ado, this member of the week is our freshman council president, Savion. All right, please report to our director of campus relations to do your member of the week duties. Other than that, are there any questions? Thank you. And with that, I yield. Are there any opinions of the court?
Happy Tiger Tuesday, y'all. There are no opinions of the court for now.
All right, senators, we will now move into a quorum call, so please click yes on your clickers to indicate you are here. Well, 13 senators present, we have met quorum. Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Rhines.
Motion to review confirmation resolution 7.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Senator Biliaco. With a vote of 11-0-0, the motion to review resolution number 7 is passed. Now I ask Rain Rivera Forbes and Ethan Land to please come to the front and state your case as to why you would like to join SGA.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Rain Rivera Forbes. I am a sophomore Law and American Civilization major, and I have a double major in political science. And why I'm here, well, I was in SGA my freshman year. I've always loved the Student Government Association and being a part of it. I did join last semester, but I did have a lot on my plate, and I chose to take a moment just to focus on my academics and my personal life. And now I'm able to come back in full force again and continue my dedication and service to the organization that I love. And that's really my main reason.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ethan. I am a junior here at Towson. I'm studying both political science and law and American civilization as my majors. The reason as to why I'm here is because initially in my sophomore year, I worked in West Village Dining, hands-on in the dishwasher room, because I was looking for a little extra pocket cash. But there I found an issue that I do take great annoyance with, and that is food waste. I really do not like food waste, and doing a project with another SGA member, I found that I can actually change that food waste. So working here at the SGA, I would like to not only work on fixing that food waste that Aramark somehow produces, as well as become more acquainted with the other issues that we work on here at the SGA. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Senator Rhines?
Hello, this would be a question for the both of you. What do you both like to do for fun?
Well, recently, thank you. Well, recently over the winter break, I found that I definitely enjoy going snowboarding, even though it hurts a lot. But between snowboarding and a more long-standing hobby of playing card games with my friends.
I would say, I really like going out with my friends and doing new things. I recently got a bunch of sisters, so I'm always doing something new every day. That's really nice for me.
Are there any other questions? Government Operations Chair Burrow.
This is a question for both of you. So outside of your positions in like the university, what do you think what kind of skills do you think you could bring to the SGA that you got from your experience like outside of Towson that we can find valuable within our university? Yeah.
I would say my biggest skill that I'm definitely bringing from the outside, and I mean, well, I'm in the uniform now, so I am a part of the Loyola Greyhound Army ROTC program, and this is the battalion specifically at Loyola University where I do crosstown school there. The biggest trait that I've learned, and that is definitely going to be very useful here, I think, is my organizational management skills, especially in strategic planning. I think that's a big part of SGA. I know everyone in here could say that, being a planner, being able to get your tasks done, being also able to effectively communicate your plans as well. And that's also a big value to the Army and values that we learn in our day-to-day lives as cadets or as members as well. Just outside looking at.
One of my main skills that I would say I would bring here to the SGA would happen to be the problem solving that I've learned in my other jobs. Like working in food service particularly, I was faced with a lot of issues that were just upfront and personal, and I had to solve them then and there, and I could not put it off. And that's when I learned to really take initiative on things before other people would, and to solve them as fast as I possibly can.
Are there any other questions? President Ali?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My one question is, when joining the Senate, you have within the semester to put one resolution on the floor. My question for the both of you guys, speaking on your different experiences and the things that led you here to apply to be an SGA, what would be the resolution you would put on the floor?
While I have yet to find a qualitative amount, like I said, want to reduce food waste. Just start with that at first, because like I said, I've seen it firsthand how many, almost hundreds of pounds of food are wasted every day in each of the 3 dining halls.
While I have seen that SGA has started a bigger focus, especially last semester, in ad hoc committees, that's something that I'm still looking to dive into, specifically focusing on our new policies and academics with our courses. And I don't know if you've all seen, like, there's a bunch of new things that Towson made and new changes that professors are pushing out. So just check your syllabus. Like, it's a lot of new information. So I definitely think that SGA can take a bigger role in being involved in that process. And I have more ideas that I actually talked to President Pro Tempore Kelly about in the past during the summer retreat. So I'm hoping to get back into that conversation again and see some things through that I didn't get to finish last time.
Hi, guys. So I heard you both say that you are double majors in poli-sci and LWAC. I am as well. I just wanted to ask a question about, specifically about LWAC and the colleges you all represent. With LWAC being a very small major, there's not a lot of us, it's a very small department. How do you all plan on representing that major as well as the college you are representing, even if it's outside of liberal arts?
I would say that I already have experience doing that now as the student regent to the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, where I represent many different schools in the USM that have very low student populations, like University of Maryland Shady Grove. Not many students there, but their voices still matter just as much as students at University of Maryland College Park. So I would take those skills that I've already gathered sitting in this role for almost a year now and continue to apply that here in my role and make sure, again, I'm just being an advocate for every single student around me and not just the students that I may see more.
While I understand that there's not a huge quantity of the voices, I would definitely ensure the quality of how those voices are heard. I know quite a few people who are also in either the LWAC, political science, or both majors or minors. So I would become closer with them, if I'm not already, to make sure that every part of their voice is heard if they had anything to voice about the issues within that college.
Are there any other questions? All right, seeing none, I'll ask you both to step out while we deliberate. Thank you. All right, would anybody like to speak on their behalf? Vice President Brinton.
Yeah, I'd like to speak on both their behalves. They both had really impressive interviews. The first thing that stuck out to me was that their goals were very aligned to the goals that we had as the 105th, especially coming in. Both of them came in very action oriented, and I believe that's a very good trait to have. I've been a senator as long as Rain has been here. She once served over me as the appropriations chair. And so her leadership experience, knowledge of the organization, and her experience she's bringing in from the USM is very, very valuable to the things that we can do here.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? I recommend a senator yield their time to the freshman council representative. Government Operations Chair Brown.
I yield my time to the freshman council representative.
I think that's the intent. Ethan, so I know Ethan from last semester. He worked at the mountain climbing and the campus rec. And one thing that I know about him is that he's very thorough about his work. He's very good at making knots. And I know that that's actually takes a lot of skill too. So I just wanted to say that about him, that he's very thorough about his work and he'd be a very, very great addition to this organization. Thank you.
Government Operations Director.
I'm gonna speak on both of their behalves. So, one thing I noticed specifically from like Rain's interview is that even though she's been in SGA for a while, she was still able to bring fresh ideas and also bring frankly valid criticisms of how we can improve as an organization, which I do really value. And also with Ethan, I saw like a couple people looking at me because I really do care about food insecurity and food waste. As a vice president of food recovery, I do like very much understand of how much waste that these campus dining halls do produce. And I do think that anyone who is passionate about that should have a voice in this organization because it is a lot of food waste that could just not happen. So they're both very thorough and they both seem like they actually have like a plan of action. So I think I implore the Senate to vote to confirm.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? Senator Kelsey.
I wanted to speak on behalf of Ethan. I had the pleasure of having a class with him last semester. He's a really sweet and respectful person. He doesn't really talk much, but best believe he's listening and he takes into account a lot of things. He pays attention to detail. And he's just an overall good spirit. I feel like he'll definitely make this a warmer environment. Not saying that it isn't already, but we need more people like that around us. Yeah.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? Appropriations Chair Miller.
I think they're both incredible candidates. Rain was the appropriations chair last year and I was her vice chair. So I know she has a lot of dedication to this organization and I've seen a lot of great work that she's done. I had the great opportunity of sitting on Ethan's interview as well, and he came with a lot of great ideas and initiatives, plans that he had set out. I think they are both great candidates. And also with that being said, I would like to call to question confirmation resolution number 7.
Is there a second? A second. Thank you, Senator Kay Williams. With the vote of 11-0, the motion is passed, and we will now move to a vote on resolution number 7. Affirmation resolution number 7. And with a vote of 11-0, confirmation resolution has been passed. Could somebody please let them in? Hold your applause until they enter, please.
All right. All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all of the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies the position within the Student Government Association, Towson University. I'll preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University to the best of my ability. All right, congratulations, you guys have a seat.
Are there any motions on the floor? Appropriations Chair Miller.
With the amount of confirmation resolutions, I would like to motion to limit debate of confirmation resolutions to 3 questions per resolution.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Gibbons. With a vote of 11-0, the motion is passed, and now debate has been limited to 3 questions per confirmation resolution. Are there any motions on the floor? Government operations show Perot.
Motion to review, confirmation resolution 8.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Hastings. The vote 11-0, the motion to review confirmation resolution number 8 has passed. It's Travell Green, Simon Gregory, Favory Everett, and Amaya Mitchell to please come to the front and state your case as to why you would like to join SGA.
Hi, everyone. Oh, please. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Amaya Mitchell. I am a senior here at Towson University. I'm a mass comm major on a dual advertising and PR track. And the reason I want to join SGA is to be able to help our student director of student organizations, but also give more ideas and ways to help bridge that gap that may be apparent for some organizations to our student government.
How's everybody doing? I'm Mr. Earl Green, senior, at Jackson High Vision. Why I like to join SGA is just be able to endorse the community between students and governing bodies of Towson University. I understand that community is what drive us, so to be able to create and foster those relations between students and those of Towson University in order to become a better community than we already have.
Hi, everyone. My name is Favor. Look to your left, look to your right. I see a bunch of capable people who are able to make change, and I would love the pleasure to join y'all as the Assistant Director of Student Services and Affairs. I've had multiple, So I've had multiple experience working with the student body. I'm currently the president of Building Council and we've had like successful events. I'm the type of person to follow through. Plan an event, follow through, it's all successful. I have a few hobbies, drawing, like singing, dancing, but basically anything that's chill. And I would really appreciate it if, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nan. I want to join SGA to make an impact. I have a lot of creative ideas that I think SGA and everyone would benefit from, and I love helping out. I love just being involved, and I'm would like to make a big impact.
Are there any questions? Chief of Staff Hurley?
What is one thing that each of you all would like to do within your role?
Again, Terrell Green. To make sure that, all students and those of students and the students of those colleges and the deans of those colleges are understanding that what each college may need or which each student may need specifically, or even, like Treasurer Allen said earlier about, the advocacy for those of small colleges.
So one thing I would like to be able to do is create a event that will make, that can make student organizations feel like they're heard in some way or make them say, wow, in terms of like impact or like whatever the topic of the event was, just make them have fun while they're there and actually they can genuinely say that they love the event.
I basically want the students to know and feel like they're being heard and be proud to be a Tiger. I basically, within my role, I just want to have a bunch of surveys. I want to make sure always follow up through on what they need. And with my role, I can work with a bunch of other departments. And the bigger we are, the more we can get done. And yeah, I want students to also know that if they feel like there's somewhere they can't belong, they can always make somewhere they can belong. Like there's a group in Towson for everyone. Like everyone, there's probably even a left-handed group, you know?
I want to help bring a lot more creativity to some of the campaigns that we have. And I also want to help make sure that things go smoothly and just provide anything that I can really to make things better.
Are there any other questions? President Ali?
Hi, my main question is for Zion. Did I pronounce that right? Only because you will be joining the department that I look over. My question was, what do you plan to bring to the PR department of Towson University Student Government Association?
So I have some experience managing my own social media. I make music, I'm an artist, so I have to do all of that on my own. And I've seen like a lot of the work that goes into it, and I've helped out with some of the filming of some of the other things as well already. So I'd like to just continue with that. I'd like to be able to put more input in what's going on and provide any help I can with the skills that I have.
One more question? All right, we'll ask you to step out while we're doing it. Would anybody like to speak on everything? Senator Hastings?
Yeah, I'd like to speak on behalf of Faber. Not long after meeting her yesterday in the SJ office, she approached me with a couple ideas of ways that the Student Services and Affairs office could collaborate with Fisher College. So I think that eagerness to get involved speaks a lot to the attitude of the attitude that she'll bring to the position.
President Allen?
I'd like to speak on everybody's behalf, and then I'd like to speak on Zion's behalf specifically. But everybody that was just up here pleading their cases why they deserve to join the Student Government Association, I've had in-depth conversations about what they can bring to the administration prior to them applying. They've all been people that Sorry. They've all shown eagerness, especially in last semester when we may have had positions that they wanted that were filled, and then when those positions became open, they were very quick to hop on them. And then I'd like to speak on the behalf of Zion. I had a very interesting, I wouldn't say interesting, but a very interesting interaction in my personal opinion because Destiny was working on a project within the office and she needed assistance, and Zion was within the office and he was very eager to help her. And I think that like Senator Hastings just says, that eagerness to work, even when you don't have the position yet, that eagerness to show up and to support the Student Government Association and result support yourself as well is exactly what we need in the 105th administration.
Would anybody else like to speak on the matter? Appropriations Chair Miller.
I wanted to speak on the behalf of specifically Zion and Amaya. Zion, I have been talking a lot with Director Dalton this week for appropriations related things, and Zion has been right there with her, helping her out. So I've already seen that he's been wanting to step into his role and help out before he was officially voted in. So again, that eagerness that we're seeing with these candidates is great. And Amaya, I had the opportunity over winter retreat to talk to because in my role as appropriations chair, I wanted to interact with a lot of student organizations. So when she was looking to fill the role of AD of student organizations, we talked a lot about how we could get that information out there. And she seemed very interested in learning about what options were out there for student works.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? I recommend a Senator yield their time to Director Dalton.
I yield my time to Director Dawson.
So as everybody has mentioned, Zion has been working very closely with me, and the campaign for Black History Month, a lot of the ideas and work that's being put into it is coming from him, but also I'm still working on it too. But he's very, very, very eager to show his skills that he's mastered over the years of just, I guess, like, well, editing, but also making himself like, I don't know how to explain it. Well, like he said, his social media. He's very eager to do that because our social media, we've been trying to like make it more interactive, engaging, and everything like that. And I think that he's definitely shown his work through this campaign, and you guys will see it. Thank you.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? Treasurer Allen.
Hey. I want to speak on the behalf of Amaya as well as Travell. Amaya and I are both resident assistants in Tower B, so I've been working with her throughout the year. I see that she's incredibly studious and she knows how to work with large populations of people. She has very engaging events and she generally just knows what her residents are looking for. So I would say on that regard, she'll definitely know what she's doing in the position that she currently has. And I absolutely have faith that she'll excel in what it is she's doing. I don't have any question that she has no clue what she's doing. Even if she doesn't, she's 200% gonna figure it out. And Travell, I want to speak on his behalf as well. He's currently, he didn't bring it up, I'm gonna bring it up. He's currently vice president of his chapter, so in that sense, he knows how to deal with the operation. I have absolute 200% faith in him as director of academic affairs, that he'll make the connections he needs to make between students and the deans of their colleges, and basically just making these colleges a little more known. He has been here, he has been talking to students. I know that he'll definitely put his best foot forward, and both of them, everybody who came up here really, but those two specifically, I know they'll do absolutely what they need to, and they'll pretty much, I don't know, they're gonna eat, y'all. They're gonna eat. I have faith in them.
I recommend a Senator yield their time to the University Residence Government Representative. Senator Rhines.
I yield my time to the URG representative.
I'd like to speak on behalf of Favor. I personally had the pleasure of working with Favor for the past 2 years, I think. It could be longer. She scares me a bit. She's a natural born leader, very passionate about the things she does. She brings a lot of great ideas as the president of Towson Runs Building Council to the table. We have some restrictions, but I believe in this role, she'd be able to bring those great, beautiful ideas to fruition. She also has experience with planning and executing programs, so I think this would be a beautiful actual role for her. And she likes a challenge. I've talked to her many times before. Actually, when I saw her at the retreat, I asked, "Oh, are you gonna like keep being president of building council?" And she told me that she'd take on 5 extra jobs if she had to. So yeah, that's it.
Anybody else? Senator Rollins?
I'll be super quick. Amaya is great because she helped our group win almost win the scavenger hunt. I like Favor's energy a lot. Zion, I thought he was the assistant director of campus relations since last semester. And Travell, stepping into his role, or I like to specifically speak on the behalf of Travell, stepping into his role as director of academic affairs. As you guys know, that's like I haven't seen anything that SJ has done about academic affairs yet, and so I'm kind of excited to see that department actually do something he's really passionate about that. As he said, he also helped me with my LinkedIn about 2 days ago, and so I think no, seriously, so I think he really cares, and he'd be good for a role. Thank you.
Right, are there any motions on the floor? Senator Kay Williams?
Call to question, confirmation resolution number 8.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Appropriations Chairman. With a vote of 11-0, the motion is passed, and we will now move into a vote on confirmation resolution number 8. And with a vote of 11-0, confirmation resolution number 8 has passed. Could somebody please let them in? Thank you. Yeah, hold your applause.
Could y'all raise your right hand, please? And just repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all of the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies the position within the Student Government Association of Towson University. I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Are there any motions on the floor? Senator Katie Williams?
Motion to review confirmation resolution 1.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Appropriations Chair Miller. Vote of 10-0, the motion to review confirmation resolution number 9 has passed. And I'll ask Jalen Hayes Moore and James Balua to please come to the front and state your case as to why you would like to join SGA.
Good evening, all. My name is Jalen Hayes Moore. I am a sophomore law and American civilization major with a minor in business law on a pre-law track, a member of the Army National Guard and an ROTC cadet as well. I believe I deserve this position because I bring a unique fusion of legal academic rigor as well as discipline to this role. From my background experience, I have a lot of leadership experience as well as impartiality in separating personal decisions from the mission.
Good evening, everyone. My name is James Alua. I'm currently a junior here at Towson University. I majored in political science with a goal of becoming a lawyer. I currently serve in various organizations here on campus, and I also have an internship at the Circus Court of Baltimore County with Honorable Judge Mays. And the reason I like to join SGA is because I bring a unique skill of both outside experience and experience here at Towson. I have firsthand experience of what it's like to judge a case fairly and with fairness, and I cut into the books. I also this is not just also a resume or another box filler. This is something I would like to pursue for the rest of my life.
Are there any questions? I recommend that Senator yield their time to Deputy Chief Justice Blandon. Senator Hastings.
I yield my time to Associate Judge Chief Blandon.
Okay, hi guys. My question for you both would be, what are some initiatives or ideas that you would like to introduce either into this 105th administration or our branch?
Thank you for the question. An initiative that I was considering, like thinking about, was I know when we do our rulings on cases, is maybe possibly like respecting the privacy of the case at hand. If we could probably publish like parts of the case and then our reasoning behind the cases so that the students will be able to understand why the decision was made on the case. So that will hopefully be able to influence their actions, future actions possibly.
Could you repeat your question one time, please?
Yes, so my question was, what are some initiatives or ideas that you have either for the 105th administration or the judicial branch?
Yes, I was thinking of getting better ways for and more clearer ways for rules and regulations to be followed. So let's say if a person was to step out of line, there has to be a way in which we all know what is right versus what is wrong.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Attorney General Sonia.
Hi, guys. Nice to see you again. I guess my question would be, how would you guys stay fair and unbiased when hearing a case involving people you know?
Thank you for the question. I believe that if I was in a predicament where I was in a case with someone that I had a personal relationship with, I would explicitly outright tell my fellow justices that I do have a relationship with this person, so that that's not something that's secretive or like being held behind the knowledge, and just rule fairly based off the Constitution and the facts at hand. But just explicitly making sure that my fellow justices know I do have a relationship with this individual.
Yes, and I agree as well. I would also let my fellow justice know that I do have a relationship, and if we proceed to still involve me in the case, I would rule fairly. And based on my experience in the courthouse, I do have an upper hand in putting emotions and feelings aside and follow the books.
Are there any other questions? It's, and I'll ask you both to step out while we deliberate. Thank you. Would anybody like to speak on their behalf? I recommend Senator yield their time to Chief Justice Holojo. Appropriations Chair Miller.
I yield my time to Chief Justice Holojo.
Okay. I would like to speak on both of their behalves, but specifically James, because he's someone that I've had class with, and also we're also involved in another organization on campus. Both of them during their interview had great experience and showcased that they valued holding up accountability and fairness, and would not be biased when making our decisions. And one thing we're really looking for is someone to stand ground in their opinions. So they proved that they would do that even during the interview, and both of them showed that, you know, they have great interest and prompts we have devoted to our branch and making it better and more stronger in terms of how we're dealing with our cases, how we're dealing with students as we're moving forward. And I think they're really great additions to our branch. And for James, he's had experience handling students, many students in his organization. He knows, I think he has almost like 80 to 100 students that he's overseeing when he's the president of the organization or members. And he's done a good job in when disputes come up, handling them and not being biased. And that's what we're really looking for. So yes, I implore the Senate to please, you know, vote for them. Thank you.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? Attorney General Sani.
I met both of these candidates outside of SGA, and I can confidently say that they're both bright, driven, and serious about serving the students. I met Jalen over the summer, and I had to have her immediately. She's very eager, she's very motivated. She's very eager, motivated, and ready to step into this role, even though she is young and has a lot on her plate as well. And then I was able to meet James in the office actually, and we've had several thoughtful conversations. And he's a person who stands firm in his opinions, even when others disagree. And I truly respect that aspect of him. So I do believe both James and Jalen will thrive within the judicial branch, and I strongly support y'all confirming it.
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf? I recommend Senator yield their time to Assistant Director Thomas. Senator Rines.
I yield my time to Assistant Director Thomas.
So I want to speak on behalf of Jalen because I've known her since high school and she's always demonstrated like great leadership skills. And she was even my Kairos leader, which is like a group therapy, religious type thing. And I feel like she would be a great fit for SGA.
Anybody else like to speak on their behalf? All right, seeing none, are there any motions on the floor? Government Operations Chair Farrell.
I'd like to call to,
Is there a second?
I'd like to, call to question confirmation resolution 9.
I second.
Short point of order, if you haven't been approved to use phones or technology during the GA, please don't be using them right now. Thank you. Another point of order, please. Turn off phones and devices.
With a vote of 11-0, the motion is passed, and we will now move into a vote on confirmation resolution number 9. With a vote of 10-0-1, confirmation resolution number 9 has passed. I ask the please bring them in. Hold your applause until they enter, please.
Ask you to raise your hand. Right hand. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully serve the students of Towson University, execute all of the duties and responsibilities of this position, and strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies a position within the Student Government Association of Towson University. I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and all other governing documents of the Student Government Association of Towson University to the best of my ability. Congrats, guys.
Are there any motions to the floor? Government Operations Chair Farrell.
I'd like to motion to suspend Senate rules to review resolutions 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. And 35.
Is there a second on that motion? Sarah Hasty.
I second.
Thank you. The vote of 9-1-0. 9-1-1, the motion is passed. So all resolutions have now been moved to second reading, so they're open for debate, comment, question, and state your opinion if you want. So are there any other motions on the floor? Appropriations Chairman.
Can I just ask for a clarification? Were these time-sensitive resolutions?
Yeah, so the reason why we want to do this is because a lot of these bills deal with stuff in the Maryland State Legislature. And so we have to submit it so that way they can actually, they basically read testimony in the committee, but they only give you a certain amount of time where you can submit it. So they do read these things at the state level. That's why we're.
Thank you. Then I would like to motion to review Senate Resolution number 31.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you.
Just the parliamentarian. Yeah, we go over.
For a vote of 11-0-0, the motion is passed. We are now moving to a review of resolution number 31. Seeing as I'm the bill writer, I'm going to ask Government Operations Chair Pro to please take my place. Very good evening. So this resolution essentially deals with supporting House Bill 222. It would expand opioid reversing medication on college campuses. It would also allow students to essentially carry Narcan on campus and administer it to people in the cases of extreme. If there happens to be a case where somebody is in opioid overdose, it would also remove them from liability. Are there any questions? Vice President.
Vice President Moreno.
And just for clarification, this is a bill in support of the House bill that is on the statewide level, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I just want to make sure that was out there for everyone to.
Are there any other questions? Appropriations Chair Miller.
So I work in healthcare, so I just wanted to also stress express my support of the House bill. It is, naloxone is a very time-sensitive, critical, life-saving medication that is able to reverse an overdose for a short period of time in order to, save their lives. It essentially resuscitates them, if it is an opioid-based overdose. So the fact that this act is being debated in the House can give us a lot of safety for our students and anyone. I don't know if anyone has experienced someone who has been going through an opioid overdose, but those first few moments are very critical. So if there is more access to naloxone, there are more lives that can be saved. So I think that this is a very important bill, and I would like to call to question this resolution number 31.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Senator Williams. With a vote of 10-0-0, the call to question has passed. We will now move into a vote. With a vote of 10-0-0, the resolution has passed. Thank you, President Pro Tempore Kelly. Are there any motions on the floor? Senator K. Williams,
Motion to review resolution 32.
is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Appropriations Chair Miller. All right. Okay, with a vote of 10-0-0, the motion to review has passed. We will now go into a call to question. Oh, yeah, review, sorry.
Yeah, so this one deals with supporting Senate Bill 212. So essentially what this would do, it would grant in-state or in-county tuition to children of parents who have died in the line of duty. So basically, the way it works is if you want to have in-state tuition, you have to meet certain criteria, like being in the state for a certain amount of months, tax returns, stuff like that. But if you are the dependent of somebody who has died in the line of duty, you essentially would be automatically granted in-state tuition, basically as a way of saying thank you to those who sacrificed their lives.
Are there any questions? Hear none, see none. Are there any motions on the floor? Oh, Senator K. Williams,
Call to question resolution 32.
is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Appropriations Chair Miller. We'll now go into a vote. We will now move into a vote. Now we call question as fast. Okay, with a vote of 10-0-0, the resolution has passed. Thank you, President Pro Tempore Kelly. Are there any motions on the floor? Appropriations Chair Miller,
Motion to review Senate Resolution 33.
is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Senator King Williams. With a vote of 10-0-0, the call to question is passed. President Pro Tempore Kelly, can you please present your vote?
So this one deals with supporting Senate Bill 420, which will require Maryland institutions of higher education to collect and basically collect data on parenting and pregnant students and find a way to better help their academic success, basically developing plans to help their retention and help them graduate from college.
Any question? Appropriations Chair Miller,